The question is, why is it so hard to make and keep friends in your 40s? There's the short answer, there's the long answer, but I'll give you the medium answer in just a few minutes. No, I'll give it now, but it's going to take a few minutes, is what I'm trying to say. Behind me, of course, is the Swinton Town Hall extension. As many of you know, it's one of the few brutalist structures that I like. And yeah, the reason why it's hard to make friends in your 40s is that the longer someone's been alive, the deeper into their own universe they go. And stubbornness is merely the fact that you don't have time for other people's worldviews and universes, and you're set in your ways, you're stuck in your ways. For children and adolescents, for young people, the brain is still malleable. They haven't decided their worldview, their metaphysics yet, and so they're very happy-go-lucky. I remember in my teens and 20s, happy to share a house, you know, housemates, flatmates, what Americans call roommates, although I never shared a room with someone. You'd have your own room at least. This isn't college, this is not university. These are private rented apartments in London and Edinburgh. And by the time I moved to Manchester, I was 32 and still able to, you know, make friends. But, you know, like things fade away. Like your attractiveness, your general happiness kind of starts to be chipped at, you know, in your 40s. And so people are also a lot more skeptical of you. You're a lot more skeptical of other people. And you also get suspicious. You know, we've all been scammed, whether big scams, medium scams, little scams. We've been led down the garden path by people who were pretending to be good for us, our friends. We had a great idea that we didn't even realize was too good to be true. And we held hands with people and chased those illusions. And so you remember all this in your 40s. You know that you've been stung and burnt. And so it's hard. And the things that you used to like, you know, going out with a group of fair weather friends, drinking loads of alcohol at a table and talking shit for 5-6 hours until you become catatonic and have to be taken home in the back of a taxi with your friends, praying to Zeus that you won't give out the psychedelic yawn into the back of the taxi. Whew! You know, like, youth is very attractive, not just physically attractive, sexually attractive when you're in your teens, your 20s, your early 30s. You've not hit the wall, the boom, like we all do, some more dramatically than others. And you know, someone entering middle age, the similarity with you and Pink Floyd is that you're both going to have your greatest hit with the wall. What do I mean by the wall? I guess the wall for men and women is that point where you're no longer youthfully handsome or youthfully beautiful. You're a bit more grizzled, a bit more frayed around the edges. You know, like, I think, you know, for us men, we have it a bit easier than the ladies. You know, we're allowed to go bald. We're allowed to develop wrinkles. We're allowed to have a bit of a beer belly. And it's okay. We can still be attractive. We can still be useful, like Thomas the Tank Engine. But the ladies, you know, let's be honest, it's not just our society. Every society values fertility, values youth. I mean, God, it's still happening around the world. Girls being married off at stupid ages, like 7 years old, 10 years old, younger than that, and you're like, horrible. So, you know, I do have a lot of sympathy and empathy for the ladies, you know, but for them, again, you can still make friends. It doesn't all need to be about coming together to create a zygote to honor the mathematical infinity, which is all kind of fertility is in a way when you boil it down. Shit. So I need to go and pick up my kids from school now. It's my weekly physical social life. My online social life is obviously my YouTube channel, and it was a bit scary when I wasn't able to post anything for 9 days. Many of you asked what was the exact reason. I'll tell you what it was. There was a musician in America, in Houston. He had a concert. There was a crush. A lot of people were injured. A lot of people had chest complications, and I stupidly, without sourcing it or saying it in a scientific way, I said things about the sheep dip causing certain things in young people, and that didn't go down so well. But coming back to the main point of this video, it's hard to make and keep friends in your 40s because people don't put up with your bullshit anymore. You know, John Lennon said, you know, people say he's a dreamer and he's not the only one. When you get to your 40s, people aren't very, they don't suffer dreamers. They see you as a fool. I'm seen as a fool. A big tragedy for me was a lot of my very close, not a lot, a handful of my very close school friends have drifted further and further away from me. The more I've done my YouTube, the more I've been very explicit about how I feel. I don't even think my ideas are that controversial. I mean, I'm not going to have my group or my stability party banned by the Home Secretary. Nothing like that. I'll just, every once in a while, every decade or so, I'll say the wrong thing. So, again, one more point. Why is it hard to make and keep friends in your 40s? Is that we all have a sell-by date, and your wrinkles and your bald patches show that you're soon to expire. Now, I'm only joking, but it's hard because we know what time is the older we get, and to kind of make a new friend, it involves time and effort, and I've been stung. I've made a few good friends recently with new people, and they're good people, but it's kind of like dating. You gotta go softly and not show that you're lonely and that you want too much. But I got stung when I moved to Manchester. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but someone came to spend a few days with me, and we were working, colleague type stuff, and I thought, this is a cool guy, I'm going to be his friend, he's successful in his own ways. And the friendship got rejected. He didn't want to be my friend. Of course, they never tell you that. It would be nice to know where you stand. You just hear the crickets as they don't write back, as the invitations go unanswered, as they don't return the invitations. So anyway, I just hope you all know, for a minor, moderate YouTube channel like me, it's not rock and roll. It's not all fame and money and jacuzzis and bottles of Cristal and private jets. It's none of that. It's trying to make the money meet the bills each month. It's trying to budget. It's trying to put everything together when your life has been shattered into a few pieces. But I'm not the only one. Us divorced men in our 40s, what do? We sit on the porch, rock back and forth. I'm only joking. We're still young. We're still young, guys. I'll be your friend. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.